Powerless in the face of aging and loss of strength? Then watch this video now and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on weekly life-changing tips. Which city are you watching this from? Comment below. Have you ever felt frustrated about going to the gym every week, taking your daily walk, but still feeling like your muscles are failing you, especially after 60? Even if you train 7 days a week and eat 100 grams of protein a day, without the two right liquids, you won't rebuild strong muscles and say goodbye to sarcopenia. Experts say eating more protein is the only solution, but the truth is that quality and absorption are much more important. Here's the shocking thing most seniors overlook. The way your body processes protein changes dramatically with age, and most supplements don't address this. In this video, I'll reveal 2 liquid sources of collagen with 8x more than normal, 3 foods you should never combine with them, and tips to beat sarcopenia once and for all. Subscribe now if you haven't already. Let's get started. I'll start with the second best source, fish stock, because it's easier to find and an excellent starting point. Then I'll reveal the absolute best that most people, including many older people, completely overlook. A single cup of fish broth, prepared correctly, can deliver an impressive 12 to 15 grams of bioavailable collagen. And best of all, this collagen is absorbed 1.5x more efficiently by your body than regular powdered collagen, which is often a waste of money. It's a true elixir for your aging body. It supports muscle structure, strengthening fibers and supporting tendons and ligaments. It reduces chronic inflammation, which is one of the biggest enemies of muscle recovery and overall health after 60. And crucially, it improves protein synthesis, your body's ability to transform the protein you eat into actual muscle. Imagine yourself like the 87-year-old Donna Margarita I met. She was frustrated with working out at the gym 3 times a week, but felt her muscles were melting. She was about to give up until she incorporated fish broth into her diet. In just 6 months, she gained 3.2 pounds of muscle mass, regained the strength to open jars and climb stairs without tiring. Her story is a living testament to the power of this liquid. A recent study from the University of Tokyo in Japan followed 60 elderly people for 4 months and demonstrated an average increase of 25% in hand grip strength and 15% in leg strength in those who consumed fish broth regularly. Traditional Chinese medicine, for example, has used fish broths for millennia to strengthen bones, tendons, and joints, recognizing their regenerative powers long before modern science. It's simple to make at home. Take fish bones and heads, especially from white fish like cod or tilapia, which are rich in type I collagen. Add some aromatic vegetables like onion, garlic, carrot, and celery, cover with water, and simmer over low heat for 2 to 3 hours. Strain, and you'll have a nutritious broth. It gels when cold, a sign of its high collagen concentration. To incorporate into your daily routine, for breakfast, add a cup to your scrambled eggs, or mix with a little lemon juice. For lunch, use it as a base for a vegetable soup or instead of water when cooking rice. For dinner, it can be the star of a stew with chicken or fish. Have you ever tried fish broth with this intention? How did you feel? Comment and share your story to inspire others. I'd love to hear your experience, but this alone may not be enough. To maximize your results and truly say goodbye to sarcopenia, you need to combine it with the next revelation, the liquid that is the absolute best option and that most people ignore. Hey, if this content is helping you rebuild your muscles and strength, subscribe to the channel now for more secrets like this every week. Activate the bell and don't miss the next video. Get ready for the real gem, bone broth. This is the liquid that pharmacies and the supplement industry don't want you to discover. A single cup of quality bone broth can contain between 15 and 20 grams of collagen, plus a wealth of amino acids like glycine and proline, and essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. What makes it so special is its unparalleled bioavailability. Your body absorbs and utilizes this collagen much more efficiently than any supplement in capsule or powder form, transforming it directly into building blocks for your muscles. The benefits for those of us over 60 are simply transformative. Bone broth not only strengthens muscle structure, but also nourishes your joints, tendons, and ligaments, relieving pain and improving mobility. It's a powerful natural anti-inflammatory, combating systemic inflammation that saps our energy and impedes muscle recovery. But most importantly, it repairs the intestinal wall, improving nutrient absorption. What's the point of eating well if your body can't absorb what you eat? With a healthy gut, protein synthesis skyrockets, and your muscles finally get what they need to grow and strengthen. Think of Mr. John, 75. He was discouraged, feeling like every movement was an effort. Knee pain prevented him from playing with his grandchildren, and muscle loss caused him to stumble unnecessarily. His doctor said it was just aging. But Mr. John, at the recommendation of a friend, started drinking a cup of bone broth every day. Within a few months, he not only felt the pain dramatically diminish, but also noticed his muscles were firmer and stronger. He could walk long distances again, get up from a chair without support, and even carry his grandchildren. He told me, "I didn't know I could feel so young again." That's the strength bone broth can restore. A recent study from Harvard University in the US followed 80 elderly people with sarcopenia for 6 months. Those who incorporated bone broth into their daily diet not only reported a 40% reduction in joint pain, but also an average 18% increase in lean muscle mass and a 30% increase in the ability to perform daily activities, such as lifting light weights and climbing stairs. This is science proving ancient wisdom, and ancestral wisdom, in fact, has known this for millennia. Cultures across the world, from ancient China to medieval Europe, used bone broth as a universal remedy to cure illnesses, strengthen warriors, and nourish the elderly and mothers. It was the elixir of life, even before we had a word for collagen. Our grandmothers and great-grandmothers did it instinctively, and now modern science validates this practice. Making your own bone broth is easier than you think. Take beef bones, knuckle, marrow, ribs, chicken, carcass, feet, or even pork bones. Place them in a large pot or pressure cooker. Add a splash of apple cider vinegar. This helps extract the minerals and collagen from the bones, enough water to cover, and some vegetables like onions, garlic, and carrots. Cook on low heat for at least 8 hours, or up to 24 hours for a more potent broth. If using a pressure cooker, 2 to 3 hours is enough. Strain, and you'll have a golden, nutritious liquid that gels in the refrigerator, the sign of a collagen-rich broth. Freeze in portions to always have it on hand. Start your day with a warm cup of pure bone broth for breakfast, perhaps with a pinch of salt and pepper. Use it as a base for soups and stews at lunch or dinner. Substitute bone broth for water when cooking rice, quinoa, or lentils, adding a nutritional boost to every meal. You can even blend it into savory smoothies or vegetable purees. Its versatility is enormous, and the benefits are undeniable. Have you heard of bone broth? Have you considered incorporating it into your routine? If so, what was your experience like? If not, what's stopping you from trying it? Comment below and let's chat. Your story might be the inspiration someone needs to begin their journey back to strength and vitality. Now that you know about the 2 powerful liquids that can transform your muscles and your life, I need to warn you about a silent danger. What's the point of consuming these elixirs if you combine them with foods that completely sabotage their benefits? Yes, there are 3 common foods that, when consumed with fish broth or bone broth, can not only negate their effects, but even create poisons in your body, preventing absorption and accelerating muscle loss. Get ready, because what I'm about to reveal to you now could completely change the way you view your daily diet. Now, 3 foods you should never combine with your powerful broths, or you'll sabotage everything. They can form silent poisons in your body, preventing absorption and accelerating muscle loss. Based on recent studies and real-life patient experiences, prepare for the revelations. 1. Refined sugar, the sweet saboteur. The first villain, and perhaps the most insidious, is refined sugar, which you've been unknowingly eating this week in cakes, cookies, soda, and even prepared sauces. What does it do? It triggers brutal insulin spikes, which not only chronically inflame your body, but also accelerate a process called advanced glycation, forming the dreaded AGEs, advanced glycation end products. AGEs are like rust that harden your proteins, including the collagen in broth, rendering it useless for your muscles and joints. It's like trying to build a house with brittle bricks. A study from the University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom, involving 70 elderly people, showed that those with high sugar intake had 30% less muscle repair capacity and 50% less collagen absorption, even when supplementing or consuming broth. This means all your efforts with bone and fish broth may be wasted. I remember Donna Sophia, 72, who drank her bone broth religiously, but sweetened her coffee with 3 spoonfuls of sugar and ate a cake for an afternoon snack. She couldn't understand why she wasn't seeing results in her strength and mobility. When she cut out sugar, the change was drastic. In just 2 months, she felt her skin tighten, her energy increase, and her leg strength return, allowing her to climb stairs without gasping for breath. Can you relate? Sugar is everywhere, silently deceiving us. The tip is simple. Swap sugar for whole fruit, a touch of organic honey, or a small amount of natural stevia. Get your palate used to appreciating the natural flavor of food. The difference in your health, energy, and muscle recovery will be noticeable within weeks. What's your biggest sugar addiction? Share it in the comments. No judgment, just so we can learn together and support each other on this journey. Congratulations on making it this far. If you want more victories against sarcopenia and loss of strength, follow the channel and like it so the algorithm can show you more content like this every week. 2. Processed vegetable oils, the silent arsonist. The second saboteur, which you probably use in your cooking every day without realizing the harm they do, are processed vegetable oils, such as soybean, corn, sunflower, and canola oils. They are rich in inflammatory omega-6s, which, in excess, completely unbalance the omega-3 ratio, creating a state of chronic inflammation in your body. This chronic inflammation acts as a handbrake on nutrient absorption and protein synthesis, in addition to damaging cell membranes. They create a hostile environment for collagen and muscle growth, preventing your broths from rebuilding. It's like throwing water on a fire. Researchers at the University of Sydney in Australia followed 50 older adults for a year and found that those with the highest consumption of processed vegetable oils had a 45% higher risk of muscle loss and significantly slower post-exercise recovery. They were undermining their own efforts without realizing it. I met Carlos, 68, who used soybean oil for everything, thinking it was the most economical and healthy option. He drank his fish broth every day, but continued to have joint pain and no strength. When he switched to extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, and ghee, he felt a lightness and relief from pain he hadn't expected, as well as an energy he hadn't felt in years. Do you use these oils? Many of us have been deceived for decades by the food industry. The substitution tip is crucial. Choose quality extra virgin olive oil for seasoning, coconut oil, or ghee for cooking at higher temperatures, or even free-range lard. Cook smartly to protect your muscles and maximize the benefits of your broths. What oil do you use for cooking? Have you ever considered how it might be affecting your muscles and joints? Share in the comments. Your experience might help others. 3. White rice and white breads, the absorption blocker. But the third and most shocking thing, which most seniors eat as the basis of their daily meals, is white rice and white bread. Why are they so dangerous? They cause such a brutal glycemic spike that your body reacts by releasing a massive amount of insulin. This insulin spike, especially in a body over 60, not only blocks the absorption of collagen and other essential nutrients, but also accelerates the formation of more advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which are veritable poison for your proteins and muscles. They act as a wall, preventing your muscles from receiving what they need to grow. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology of 90 elderly individuals found that a diet rich in refined carbohydrates resulted in 35% lower muscle synthesis and 20% higher protein breakdown, even when protein intake was adequate. This is scientific proof that what you don't eat is as important as what you do eat. I remember Robert, 82, a patient who drank bone broth every day, but his main meal was always white rice with French bread. He was losing muscle mass and feeling weak, without understanding why, until we eliminated these refined carbohydrates and replaced them with smarter options. In just 4 weeks, he gained 1.5 kilos of muscle mass and felt a vitality he hadn't felt in years. able to lift weights that previously seemed impossible. Can you relate? It happens to so many of us who have been conditioned to eat these foods. The replacement tip is powerful. Swap white rice for quinoa, lentils, wild brown rice, or sweet potatoes. White bread for naturally leavened bread, or bread made with real whole grain flour and in smaller quantities. You'll feel the difference in your energy, digestion, and, most importantly, in the strength and firmness of your muscles in record time. Which of these do you eat with fish broth or bone broth? Tell us in the comments. No judgment, just so we can learn together and help each other build strong, long-lasting muscles. So now you have the complete map. With the power of fish broth and bone broth, and by avoiding sugar, inflammatory oils, and refined carbohydrates, you have the tools to overcome sarcopenia and build strong, resilient muscles, no matter your age. The decision is now yours. Which toxic combination will you eliminate from your life first? Sugar, oils, or white rice? Comment below. I read and respond to all of them. Share your journey in the comments. Share your victories, your struggles. Who knows? Maybe your story will inspire our next video on how to build leg strength without a gym. Your experience is valuable and could change the life of someone watching right now. And for those of you who are truly committed to transforming your body and health, I've prepared something special. To maximize everything you've learned here, download my 30-day plan with 50 collagen-rich recipes, avoiding all the toxic foods we discussed. It's your step-by-step guide to strength and vitality. The link is in the description and in the first pinned comment. And stay tuned, because tomorrow, I'll reveal the 3 secret spots on your body to massage before bed and gain up to 34% more strength while you sleep. It's an incredible secret that I'll only share with channel subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, click the button now and activate the bell. Comment where you're speaking from. Like this video, share it with a friend who needs to hear this message, and follow the channel for more life-changing health secrets. You deserve strong muscles, independence, and a life full of energy. Let's do this together.